What's up YouTube, Koi51 here, time for another video, and it's here to talk, I'm here pretty much to talk to you about some more tales of, well, the Tales series in general really. News popped out pretty recently about Hideo Baba, the producer of the Tales series over at Bandai Namco. It's not Namco Bandai anymore, Bandai Namco, about his thoughts on pretty much just fan reaction to a lot of the things that's been happening with that series, both domestic and international. Pretty much Gematsu just released pretty much just a small video, like a small article about it. If I can just scroll it over here. Tales series producer Hideo Baba shared an interesting comment during the Tales of Zestiria Dawn of the Shepherd anime special screening at Machi Asubu Volume 14 in Tokushima yesterday. Oh, okay, so they're really pushing the anime sort of prequel thing. That's pretty cool of them. I'm sorry to have caused worry concerning the Tales of series, Baba said at the start of the talk show. I would like to talk about it again another time. We're not sure what he's talking about specifically, but can guess he's referring to how a specific stretch of Tales of Zestiria was received upon release that Japanese fans didn't take well. Next month's Tales of Festival might be a proper venue to talk about it again, and possibly that rumored PlayStation 4 version. Famitsu notes that Baba feels the pressure of the series' 20th anniversary yet again and wants to continue working hard in the future. This is cool news. I mean, it's not something that we've really, it's not something super new. Like, we kind of knew that Hideo Baba feels the pressure from fans, especially with those Japanese reviews saying they did not like what they're specifically saying. That particular specific stretch of Tales of Zestiria that fans did not like was that all the as you can see here in that picture right there, Alicia, a really prominent character that was in the marketing for Tales of Zestiria in Japan, is actually a side character. So essentially they were doing a lot of marketing to show that this character was going to be, like, from the looks of things, it looked like she was going to be a character that's going to stick with you throughout the entire story, but in the reality she's only part of like 10 or 20% of the game. So a lot of fans were really put off by that because they thought that she'd be there for the entire game. Thought they would see a very permanent sort of like a permanent character, but unfortunately those hopes were dashed when they actually started playing the game. That's the thing that they're talking about. It's the fact that Hideo Baba continually tried to defend this choice, in that when we do marketing, I remember him saying this in an interview prior. When we do marketing here at Bandai Namco and Tales of series, we want to market or show screen time for our advertisers in characters that are introduced by appearance. So in that regard, you know, she was the first to appear, the first heroine to appear, so it makes sense for us to advertise that. Not the best choice. I mean, it is kind of it's kind of scary in terms of the consumer to think that this will be my favorite character, but she's only there for 20%. It's like saying if Final Fantasy 15, for example, Noctis, because in the Tales of series mindset, Noctis is the first to appear, but that doesn't mean he's going to be the only, like, maybe he's like the only playable character for 20% of the game, is the sort of thing, and it's a bait and switch in a way. So I could definitely see how Japanese audiences were very you know, off-put by this. And I think because of the afterwards, I think a lot of flack was hit by Bandai Namco for the Alicia DLC. Yes, she had her own DLC episode afterwards in which you had to pay money to play her again. So I think that was just like rubbing salt on the wound at this point. Really unfortunate. So this article also talked about a rumored PlayStation 4 version. I've got the article right here. I'm going to read it as well. Best Buy has listed a PlayStation 4 version of Tales of Zestiria following its listing by Dutch retailer Netgame earlier this week. The retailer lists the PlayStation 4 version for $59.99, while the PlayStation 3 version is listed at $39.99. It ties an October 27th release date for both. Bandai Namco is still yet to announce a PlayStation 4 version of Tales of Zestiria, but if the listings prove to be correct, we'd expect an announcement at next month's Tales of Festival. A PC version is also expected. Now this is really interesting news. I think this is the best move that Bandai Namco can make at this point with this series. Having it just regulated to the PS3 isn't enough, especially since the PlayStation 4 now is one of the highest selling consoles ever. One of them. I'm not saying it's the best. I mean, the PS2 is still really the best selling, but there is much more units that you could sell. And the fact that they're also considering a PC version as well is they will get the maximum the maximum amount of people can potentially buy this game. You're putting this reach out a lot more, so it makes sense. I mean, we've already seen games that were originally only specifically made for the PS3 switching development over to PS4. Persona 5 is the best example, where it was originally only a PS3 game, but then shifted development to PS4. Now that game is getting a lot more coverage, a lot more coverage really. Like, think of it this way. Yakuza 5 is a PS3 exclusive at this point. They're not going to make a PS5 or PS4 version. That's not getting a lot of, coverage because people want to hear more about the PlayStation 4. They've invested in it. They want more PS4 news. So games like that, even though the fan base loves it and the fan base are excited for it, it's not going to get a potential, audience because people are already switching over to the PlayStation 4. So this is the best move that they can make. I look forward to the Tales of Festival coming next month, and I really hope we find out more information because we need more. Anyway, that's it from me. That's my small thoughts on this whole Tales of Zestiria news. I really do hope that they bring a lot more, like the Western release. I hope they knock it out of the park and this does become a staple JRPG series in the West. It is getting more popular recently. I really hope that the other Tales of games that didn't get released over are considered to come over. Even if it's a subbed option, I'm perfectly fine with that. Even if it's just available to play, essentially. I really hope there's also a Tales of 3DS game at some point because, you know, new 3DS comes out, you've got another audience that would really enjoy a Tales of game. Anyway, that's it from me. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like, comment, and subscribe. Yeah, that's it. Core 51 out. Have a nice day.